Greetings. The purpose of this video is to walk through the setup requirements for a Macintosh computer for the CS181 DA210 class. In this video, we're going to install Atom, which is a text editor, and we're going to install Anaconda, which has a whole suite of things, but in particular, it has the Jupyter Notebook software that we'll be using for executing Python through the semester. This video presupposes that you've already given me your GitHub user ID, and so we're going to start by going to GitHub because I've prepared some stuff ahead of time to make it easy to do the setup steps. Right? When I log into GitHub, and when you type github.com into your web browser, it may ask you for your credentials if you've not already logged in. I already have, and my credentials are cached, and so it went straight to this window. And on the right-hand side, we've got some of the folks that I'm following. On the left-hand side, we've got repositories. For me, I've got lots and lots of repositories. If you have a long list of repositories, you can always use the search feature in order to find the one that we want. In our case, we want the CS181-S21, which is the repository that I've given you access to, and it's going to be used for class activities. I click on that, and it brings up the repository. In this particular case, I've got three folders: General, Review, and Weekly, that are part of this repository. Eventually, there will be a folder called Homework. There will be a folder called Class. There might be some other things that we invent and add in along the way. The readme.md is a markdown file that is at the root of most repositories and gives some general information. I'm using it in order to put in links so that we can more easily do things like get to the syllabus, or get to the weekly schedule, or get to a weekly plan for a particular week. Get to our Zoom links, and in this particular case, we want to get to the Mac setup quick links. Atom is the text editor that is going to be our first install, so I'll click on that. All right, this brings up the Atom homepage. It detects that I am under Macintosh operating system, and I can click on Download to effect a download of the Atom program. All right. This is a download that is a .zip file, and so once it's downloaded, we will unzip it. So I click on it, and it expands the .zip. And what that gives us in downloads, let's find, sorry, I've got tons of downloads. There's Atom. There's the Atom program. It is an application program. All I have to then do is drag Atom to my applications folder, and that will install it. Now, in this case, I already have Atom, and so I don't want to overwrite the Atom that I've got. But in your case, assuming you haven't installed Atom before, that will copy it into Applications. If we then click on Applications, and I'll just sort by name so that we can see it more easily. Here's Atom. I like to put the programs that I use most often into my dock. All right, so I'm just going to drag it down here so it's now in my dock. If I click on it, it'll bring up Atom itself. Now for me, because I was doing stuff with, I was doing stuff with the class. We've got a whole bunch of warning messages and other stuff that you won't have and you don't need to worry about. All right, I'm going to go ahead and quit Atom because at the moment that install is done, and we can move on to Anaconda, which is kind of the more interesting of the ones that we want to look at. So I'm back in my web browser window. I'm still on Atom. If I click the back arrow, I'll go back to the GitHub, um, and we'll click on Anaconda. And that will take us to the Anaconda Individual Edition, which is free for us. And we can click on Download. Download brings me to the installers, and we can see that for Mac OS, I'm going to want the 64-bit graphical installer as the easiest way to install. All right. The Anaconda download gives us a package, which is more of an install package than just an application, and so we'll treat it a little bit differently. Now that that package is downloaded, I click on it and I want to allow it to go through the install process. We continue, we accept the user license agreement, confirm with an agree. Now, for those of you that like to know what's going on and what's being put on your computer and where, we can take a look that if we look at change install location, we'll see that we're installing for me only. This is what we want. We want to click for install for me only. I click on continue and install, and now it'll install the default full set of Anaconda version 3, currently at Python 3.8 set of utilities. Well, if you're watching video is taking a little bit longer, you can fast forward. I'm just going to hang with it and leave the video running.